at their 25-yard line. They'll start by handing this off to Mack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up second.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Eason to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Eason. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Eason letting one go deep for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
35-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
First and 10. At their own 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Trubisky's
that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For the Bears.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here's Rodgers on the return. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give, running right is Mack. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun is Eason. Flushed out right. This is caught. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again here with Mack. Fights him off. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
once more they turn to Patterson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Eason off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rodrigo
Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action. Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Trubisky to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Again, it's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 16.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Eason. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Eason sets to throw it. And this will be incomplete.
Eason's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Eason. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Julian Blackmon bringing him down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
By the Colts.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it down.
And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, he scored on the ground and through the air. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
The kick is good.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Darnell Mooney, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Darnell
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Eason looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking deep for Hilton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Eason. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.